Okay, guys. I just got this in my inbox like a minute ago, so I need to see this. And this is actually a concern I had. So let's see this real quick and maybe put it where it belongs. So let's do this one thing real quick. Then we'll be doing a video to this. So yeah. Because this is actually me, so I want to see this real quick. And then we'll see what we're doing from there. This is a quick video, so don't worry, guys. It's going to be a quick video today. I'm going to see this video. I haven't seen it yet. I'm curious. Ooh, then I'll do that later. So, yeah, so I got an idea for another video I'll do later. So, I'm gonna go to sleep soon, guys. So this is gonna be a quick video because I've been curious about this for a couple days now. So here we go.
Welcome back to the roundtable. I'm Osric Fox, and with Infinity Train Book 2, in the books. Yeah, save your tomatoes. We're left with a slew of unanswered questions from both books 1 and 2. With book 2 truly completing the first season of Infinity Train, as it was initially greenlit with a 20-episode order, let's go through 15 unanswered questions. Things that'll have you scratching your head in the shower while shampooing, keeping you up at night as you gaze the stars that are on your ceiling from projected nightlight, of course, and leaving you hungry for knowledge until the next book rolls around, whether that be on Cartoon Network or HBO Max. Of course, spoiler warning, if you have not seen Infinity Train Books 1 and 2, I highly recommend to go check it out. It's a fantastic show. Then come back here and watch this video. With all that said, let's dive in. Starting with number 1 is a question that I really formed in the episode The Wasteland. Where is the Infinity Train? The whimsical yet horrifying train is located in a desolate wasteland, surrounded by dirt, rocks, and goons. But at the very least, the train won't allow its citizens, unknown that passengers are affected, from traversing the wasteland beyond a certain point, as Lake, aka Mirror Tulip, was pulled back from the force of the train while attempting to flee. However, Lake was able to eventually get off the train, so what if it's not a barrier for just its denizens, but something that affects all passengers on the train? If so, why is the train preventing people from going beyond a certain point? Is it located in another dimension, planet, universe, or somewhere on Earth? There's much we don't know about the train, but after this moment, it seems that they want us to speculate on its location, and if it's actually not as distant as one may think. Question number 2. Who created the train and its technology? One might be the conductor, overseeing all the operations of the train, but being a leader does not equate to being the origin. Somebody created one, the memory lice robots, the pods that carry passengers. And they definitely have a common motif, as all the aforementioned look alike, just varying in proportion and build. When One was on a mission for his mother, it was implied a creator would be involved, but One's mom just ended up being the train's engine. But I would love to eventually get an answer on who made the train. Were they human? Were they alien? Are they some godly deity who for some reason decided to dabble in sci-fi? What is God, Starship? And beyond that is number 3. How does this train choose its passenger? After all, there are billions of people on this planet. And we know from previous tweet of the creator, Owen Dennis, that the series takes place in modern time. Tulip leaving for the train in November of 2019. So you're telling me out of a very large sum of people in the entire world, the train manages to scoop up everybody with a problem? While I'm sure passengers are probably picked up on the train simultaneously, would it really have time to get to everybody? Now, recently there was another Infinity Train Ask Me Anything on Reddit. Someone did ask, how does the train choose passengers? And there was an answer provided. The train appears to people who are at a crossroads in their life. Now, if anything, I take this as the criteria to get on the train, and purposely left vague as to who is the particular person that's going to roam the train today, but at least there's a semblance of an answer on where this starts.
Switch to Sprint and get open unlimited.
Okay, this is confusing.
iPhone 11 included for just $35 a month.
Number 4, are there going to be 2 new Fleck cops? Both Flecks from the Chrome car, Mace and Steve, are now in the Great Chrome Sky because they were both brutally murdered. Now, the reason these 2 became Flecks in the first place was because their prime passed on. And in the mirror world, after such a thing happens, becoming a Fleck is the honorable course of action, aka there's more of them out there. So will we see the replacements in a future book? Will they be grittier and even more on glitch, because now they know for sure that they're susceptible to death. That if the wrong passenger and denizen come along, they can get completely bodied. Are they going to be equipped with heavier artillery? Or will the series move away from the Flex and introduce an alternate presence of law enforcement in the series? It wouldn't make sense for the Flex to have a bigger story going forward anyways. The only reason they got the role they had now was because the main character was from the Chrome Car. They have absolutely zero reason to hunt down a human. Maybe there could be a bounty on Alan Dracula's head, but Infinity Train already excels at excellent continuity and paying things off, following up on plot points with background details. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a new flag at a later point in time. But speaking of murder, number 5, what is Alan Dracula? I'm actually really shocked that book 2 did not give us an answer on who this deer is, what this deer is. Is Alan Dracula a glitch, a virus in the train, or is he more of a tool? After all, throughout all of book 2, all of his abilities serve to help Jesse and MT. Now that they're off the train, we don't really know what's next for Alan Dracula. Last we saw of him, he began to fly back, assimilated to the train he was founded in the first place. While I'm content with reading between the lines and theorizing who this deer could be for the rest of time, I do hope we eventually get a resolution on this angling plot thread. Now, when Alan Dracula did return to his scrubber car, one stated he really broke the mold with them, implying that Alan Dracula's creation was intentional. And considering Alan Dracula helps Lake and Jesse along the way, he definitely may just be made for companionship and helping others. It's kind of like when you get the best power-up imaginable in Mario Kart. If you're lucky, you're really lucky. Number 6, where is Amelia?
Yeah, where's that?
Now, former conductor was last seen at the end of book 1, at a brand new crossroad in her life. Will she continue to be in denial and try to bring Ulrich back to life, or will she move on, set a new path, and begin to gradually bring her number down, potentially getting off the train? Now, Amelia has an entire cult that worships her, and I imagine there could be some pretty fun interactions there. Regardless of what her next move is, I hope she once again becomes a prominent character in the future. If there's any show to mix and match old characters, bring back characters in an even bigger role, it's certainly going to be Infinity Train. We already have a dose of that with Flake/MT, but I would love to get to the point where a prominent cast of a book is a mix of new characters and 1 or 2 older characters who used to be prominent and now they're back for an even bigger role, and then side characters from previous trains, now back to be surprisingly fleshed out. There's definitely a lot they can do there. And that takes me to number 7. How does the cat know so much? The cat is by far the most interesting character in Infinity Train. A talking cat just fits into the weirdness of the car, but the real allure comes into how much the cat knows. How did she get to the point where she was in cahoots with Amelia? Why does she have so many passenger tapes? How does she know enough about the Chrome Car to recognize Mirror Tulip as well, a living reflection? At this point, we know she's not much of an antagonist. She definitely has her own MO at times, but as she said to Tulip, she always does the right thing in her own way. But is she just a denizen of the train, or does her origin go deeper? Does she begin as a passenger or someone who worked alongside the creator? Is she the actual creator of the train, who ended up in a cat-like state? But if that was the case, why would she let Amelia overthrow the train in the first place? I guess that wouldn't add up, but you guys get the idea. There's so many routes they can take her character, and I hope she has a much more prominent role in a future book, because 1 episode in book 2 just wasn't enough. I know there's still plenty of questions, but first, big thanks to today's sponsor, NordVPN. While surfing the internet, privacy should be the top priority. Anyone can take your data within the blink of an eye, and who knows what they do with it. All it takes is 1 click for some stranger you don't even know to keep track of your every move. That's terrifying. That's why we have VPNs. A VPN is the easiest way to protect yourself from these breaches and security. And NordVPN offers a wide variety of different locations for you to pop on over and cause your IP address hidden from any devious thieves out there who want it. I love to travel, and now at the very least my IP address can take me anywhere in seconds. If you